Hi, Timothy Unkert here. This is a video that's following up on a Python video I made a couple days ago where I selected random numbers 1 through 33 and created a list of 4 of those numbers for problems for my do now for my midterm exam. I did that in Python. This time I thought it would be cool to explore it in Java. So let's take a look. So I've created a Java project here and just got some sample code here, and let's work on this file and get it to do the same thing as the Python program from a few days ago. Check out that video. Okay, so I'm just going to move this down. We have this system.out.println hello world that's created with the sample code that IntelliJ just creates there. So what I first want to get is I want to take in some user input from the console, so I'm going to create a new scanner object. So I'm going to type scanner, and then just give it the name scanner. And you see it's that IntelliJ has this the new AI feature that suggests that, hey, it wants me to just hit tab, and it gives me this new scanner object. I'm going to call it scanner here. And so you see it gives me new scanner system.in. So it sets me up pretty nice. Okay. Now I'm going to type S out and hit tab, and I actually just want print. So I'm going to delete the ln for the line there. And what I'm going to say is I'm going to say enter, in double quotes, enter a problem to exclude. Because in my previous program, since I'd been doing the do now for 2 days, I wanted to exclude the numbers that I had chosen from the day before, because I'm going to take numbers off of my midterm problems off my midterm exam, put them in do nows in the days leading up to the midterm, see who's paying attention. Okay, so I want to exclude those values. So I'm going to do a colon here in a space, and then I want to take in a variable. So I'm going to call the first one int. Let's call it problem number 1, and we'll say, and you see it's giving me that suggestion scanner.nextInt, which is what I want. So I'm going to hit tab and select that. And I'm going to do this a couple times. So I want to, again, do the system.out.print, not print line. Escape that. So .print, and I could actually probably just copy this. So we'll say enter a problem number to exclude. Okay, let's fix this one up. Problem number to exclude. Okay, so copy that, and I'm going to type int, and you notice it's suggesting for me to hit tab and do problem number 2 equals scanner.nextInt, which is actually exactly what I want. So I'm just going to hit tab, and it's entering me to suggest to take in a number. I can hit tab. I didn't even have to copy it. This is pretty sweet with this AI here. So I want 4 of these numbers. So again, it's suggesting for me to take the next one, hit tab, suggesting me to do this again, hit tab, and then for the final one, there we go, hit tab. That was pretty sweet. Okay, let me move this over here. All right, so now we want to create some random numbers that we can pick to put into an array to print out for the numbers that we're going to use for the actual do now. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to do random, and it's giving me the auto suggest use rand equals new random. So we can do that. That works. Okay, and what I'm now going to do is create an array. Okay, so I'm going to say int with the square bracket opening and closing ones, and I'm going to call it problems. And I'll say new int, and we want 4. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to say 4, and it's suggesting that I create this loop where I starts as 0, and the loop runs as long as I is less than the length of the problems array, and we increment I1 each time through. I'm going to hit tab because I want to do that, and it places my cursor right in between the opening and closing curly braces. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to create a random number. So I'm going to say int number, and I'm going to say rand.nextInt, and I want the number to go up to 33, So I'm going to do 33. That's going to give me 0 to 32. So we're going to add 1. Okay. And now I want to check that it doesn't equal one of these problem number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4, because if it does, then we have to change it. So I'm going to say while, and I'll say number double equals problem number 1, and then I'll do or number equals problem number 2, or number equals problem number 3. Notice how it auto-suggested all that. We just have to add in number equals problem number 4. Okay. And so now we've got all those conditions. It puts me in between the curly braces. So I'm going to hit tab. And it's suggesting for me to redo the number. So it knows what I want here. So I'm going to hit tab. So, while the number that we created randomly equals any one of these numbers, we have to recreate it because we want to exclude those numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to go outside of here, and I want to, while I'm in the for loop, I want to add to the problem. So I'm going to say problems at position I, index I, equals whatever that number is I picked. Okay. And at the end of this, once that for loop has run through, I'll do system.out.println, and I'll do arrays to string, and I want to print out the problems. Okay, and we've got the green check mark up here, so it looks like everything is good. Let's run it and test. Okay, so enter a problem number to exclude. So these are some of the numbers I picked. So I'll do 31, 6, 24, and 19. And we get problems that we could pick for the do now 18, 1, 29, 28. So that randomizes it nicely. Now, one thing I think I could run into is it could pick a duplicate number given my logic. So if you know how to eliminate a duplicate, comment in the comments below. In my Python program, we had another viewer comment that I could use a set instead of a list in Python, and that worked wonderfully. That was a great comment. So I pinned that. So if you think comment in the comments below. If you want to say, hey, your program isn't that great, comment in the comments below. And please explain why. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.